What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of the Road to FUT Champions. Of course, we got the Lunar New Year kit. I'm not going to put it on because I would struggle to get games with it. On my main account, or my Road to Glory account anyway, I struggle to get games with it. But on this account, I think it would be even harder. And we're going to talk a little bit today about matchmaking and the people that I did come up against and the kind of players and the kind of teams I came up against and where it switched. But before we get into that, guys, if you want any PSN or MSP codes, check out g2a.com. Link is in the description below. And, of course, use Nepo at checkout. And secondly, guys, if you want to smash a thumbs up on this video, it would be much appreciated. You know, we've been hitting well over 10k likes per episode. So if we could keep that kind of return up, I would be very, very happy, very, very grateful. Now, I picked a few comments from the last video. I also want to talk about rewards as well. And basically talk about the structure of what's going to happen going forwards. And, you know, in the last episode I asked, should we combine this with Draft to Glory? And although some people thought it was a good idea, the general consensus was no. And there were a couple of hugely upvoted comments that we're going to read and take into consideration right now. As you see me selling on these Australians that we picked up from the Bronze Pack method. Again, the Bronze Pack method just being a little bit effective, you know, generating us some nice coins. Not amazing coins, but what we get out of the Bronze Pack method is sellable players. And then for this series, which is actually really more important than most other series that you'll see, is that we get consumables. Because as you guys may or may not know, the idea of this series is to not buy anything ever off of the trade pile. Off of the transfer market. And the reason for that is because I wanted to make it difficult. I really wanted to see what I could do with only opening packs through coins earned or just through packs earned. So there are, because of the Lunar New Year, there are 15k packs in store for 7.5k. Every time I get 7.5k, I will open them because they are half price. They are just great value, especially in a situation like this. We've got some nice players in that pack as well. Muslera was a big pull for us. Even though he doesn't fit into the team per se, we've got a lone goalkeeper in goal right now, and we don't have a good high-rated goalkeeper after that. So although goalkeepers, generally speaking, aren't amazing, it's always nice to have one in the squad, just if there is an instance where they could be better. So today's episode we're going to be taking a look at the first 5 games of FUT Champs. I'm going to talk first before we talk about the comments. I'm going to talk about the rewards. The rewards are pretty interesting. So if you just play FUT Champs and don't even win a game and lose all 5 of your games, because you need 5 games to rank, okay, you'll get 1,000 coins and 2 gold packs. That in itself would be really nice for us, okay. So just to play 5 games would be where I would like to have got to. I didn't know what to expect out of this. Like, look at this first team we come up against. What a team he's got. De Bruyne, Kane, Vardy, Inform Schneider, Cavanda, is that Shedju and Muslera in goal. He's got Rudiger, Nainggolan, De Rossi and Alexandro. It's such a good team. Compared to my team, there's no question. But what I will say is this. The first few opponents I came up against were not a high caliber of opponent. And what was really interesting to me was that it took me a long time to find games. Like, usually in FUT Champs, I find a game instantly. I never have a we are searching for an opponent message. But on this occasion, it took me near 10 minutes to find the first game. I restarted FIFA because I thought it was my FIFA. I restarted my internet, I restarted my Xbox, and it just wouldn't find a game. And that makes me think that, contrary to popular belief, ELO ranking is very, very much in FUT Champs. I went 2-0 down there to the dude, and I don't mind losing it with this team. I really don't mind. What I'll do with this team is, if I'm in a game where I'm losing and I don't have the capabilities to pull it back for whatever reason, I will just quit. It will save me time and it will save me fitness on my players. But if I'm in a game where I'm losing and I feel like I can come back, I will do everything I can to, give it my best shot and get in there. But of course, whilst I will also always say team isn't everything, what we've got to remember is, with my team here, not only is this a poor team full of poor players, I don't have the chem styles that I would like on the players, and pace is important in this game. Pace is a huge factor. So right now we have a couple of pacey players. We have Calais on and we have Berardi. But other than that, I've got Andros Townsend as well. Other than that, I don't really have much by way of pace in this team. So I need to get lucky in a pack and pack like a Musa or something just to give me that little bit of luck that I want. But we end up getting a 5-2 rage quit win in our first game, which I was happy with, man. I was really happy with that to get a first win on the board. As I say, I didn't know what to expect, and I really thought the games would be difficult. When I came into, in my mind, I had that I would play 15 to 20 games. Okay, that's kind of what I thought I would play throughout the weekend, and I expected to win 7 to 10 of those games. But after the way the first few games went, I kind of sat here and thought, you know what, my elo might be so low right now that we can actually get a really good first weekend out. So it pumped me up, it motivated me to play more, and instead I played these games on Saturday night. I was only going to play 5 games, which is what you see here, but I ended up playing 10 games in Saturday, and I'll probably end up playing another 10 games in Sunday. So I will get 20, maybe 25 games out. And the reason why it's motivated me more is because after getting the early first 5 wins, which you'll see here, and obviously by the title you know that we get our first 5 wins. 5 wins takes us to Bronze 1, which is 7.5k and a Premium Gold Players Pack, which is pretty decent in itself. But if we can get one more win and go to Silver 3, we get 10,000 coins, a Premium Gold Players Pack, and 2 Jumbo Premium Gold Packs. That's a really good reward. Just for 10 wins, it will really, really gear us towards just hugely benefiting ourselves throughout this series. If, of course, we can make it to 14 wins, we get 20,000 coins, a Jumbo Premium Gold Players Pack, which is basically 2 Premium Gold Player Packs in one, and 1 Mega Pack, which again, for consumables and players, that would be huge. So for me, I would like to say my aim every weekend league for this series is 14 wins if I've got the time to get there. It doesn't matter how many games it takes me to get there, but if I can get 14 wins, I'll be really happy. And then, of course, if we can eventually, build our way to a gold, if we can have like a solid weekend where, if I can go like 18-7, if I play 25 games and can get an 18-7, which isn't impossible, it would be quite difficult, but it wouldn't be impossible. We'll get 30,000 coins, 2 mega packs, and a 50k pack, and would get qualification for the next weekend league. So I don't know. I feel like we're already, in a position where our team is good to the point that it's playable. It is playable, and the only thing I worry about is that, and I have to say this now because otherwise I can't talk about this topic. After the first 7 games, I came up against 7 opponents that just weren't very good. I don't know how they qualified for Weekend League. I don't know how they got into Foot Champs Weekend League with the team that they had, but they were not very good players. And I did very well against my first 7 opponents. Opponent number 8 was the first time that I instantly found a game. Okay, so for my first 7 opponents, it took me ages to find a game. Then opponent 8, I instantly found a game. And my first instinct was, I've been ranked. My elo has been adjusted. I've now got a better elo because of these wins that I've taken. And it was then I played 3 incredibly difficult games against unbelievable teams. So now that my elo may have been ranked, I wonder now if these first 7 games or these first 5 games that we've got here, these first 5 wins, I wonder if they were just like welcome to Foot Champs, here's a low elo for you, good luck, and it's now going to become right, you're ranked, good luck. Because if next weekend league is really difficult again from the start, instead of from game 7, I might not get that first 5 wins, or I might not get a good amount of wins out of the first 10 games. I might be sat here where I'm like, holy crap, I've got 1 win out of my first 6 games. I'm lost. Because that would suck. That would really put the series back a long way. But at the same time, that's what I want to do. I want to make it difficult. I want it to be a grind so that when we get somewhere at the end of the year, at the end of the game cycle, we can look back and be like, look at what we've achieved through nothing other than opening packs with coins earned or with things given to us. So that's kind of the plan. Now, for the comments, Roland PKMN Guide says, like the Zerka Packed Out series, the public seems to not understand the beauty of a series where there is such a struggle of not being able to buy players, and it all just wants to see wins and awesome players. For that, there is the draft. I watch both series, but I love the idea of the struggle and of something original like this. If I wanted to see Nep win and use Ronaldo, I would only watch the draft. The philosophy in the two series is completely different, and if this one would be transformed into something that I've already seen 1,000 times, I would be sad. And that comment had over 500 upvotes, which is crazy in a comment section like mine, where it just gets flooded with a lot of like nonsense comments. And I don't mean you guys that are like genuinely trying to help. I mean the guys that are like sub to me or buy coins here, like just the nonsense comments, you know. So for that to get like 500 thumbs up, it is crazy. And you are just right. You are right. Like if I incorporate this series with Draft to Glory, I might as well just not do it. Do you know what I mean? Because I've already got an immense amount of players in the Draft to Glory account. I've already got a huge amount of coins where I could just continually open packs. So I'd have any consumable that I needed, any chem style, any position change modifier. I'd have a really, really strong OP BPL or Calcio A squad, no question about it. And then what's the point? You know, what is the point? It would have been pointless. So I'm after reading that comment and the sheer number of people that kind of agreed with that sentiment. There was a few people that said I should combine the series, but in general, most people said no, don't do it singularly. For that reason, I just agree with you, and I think this series will become something popular. I hope so. Anyway, I hope you guys will enjoy this. I hope you guys will enjoy the struggles of using these kind of players and finding potential superstars within these kind of players, whilst grinding our way to generating more packs every week and doing our best to get the best out of the series. The next comment that I picked up was another one with nearly 400 thumbs up. Is from Jar Joe, and Jar Joe says, I don't really care about Draft to Glory, but keep this series as it is. And again, I already knew I had a different audience for Draft, or like a largely different audience for Draft compared to a lot of things. And so again, another comment that I just sat there and thought, no, you're right. Like Draft to Glory is Draft to Glory. This series is this series. Binding them together would be terrible. And then Harry Corral says you should just end Draft to Glory as it's completed and put all attention into this series. And again, that got me thinking like the point of Draft to Glory was to see if you could be successful with just playing drafts with your free draft token from last year's game. And I proved that you could be successful with that. If you have good pack luck and good skill, or a combination of the both, you will become successful. This year I did it very much the same, except I basically earned myself to 15,000 coins from opening reward packs and stuff, and then did the same thing. And once again, we're well over 1 million coins, and I've been considering it for a while, but I know Draft to Glory is getting stale. I know the draft in general is stale because EA haven't done anything with it, but it's boring when I've completed the series. So I wouldn't mind putting more effort into this series and uploading this series more, as long as you guys show the support for it and make me know that putting all the time in on the weekend, because like my Road to Glory is basically weekend stuff, and then this will be basically weekend stuff. So I will be absolutely killing my weekends to be able to do this more as well. So if you do want to see that, make sure you drop a like on the video, drop a comment in the video, and show the video some support. And I'll put more effort into this, and I'll start uploading this way more consistently. And I'll start uploading draft maybe only once or twice a week when new players come out, to see if I can get the new player in the draft and play with them, or potentially to get a pack in the draft and pack the player. Alternatively, I could restart Draft to Glory anyway, but the problem with that is it will be really difficult to make profit off the draft now, because especially from one episode, because the rewards just aren't very good anymore. The market is dead, right? So in my main Draft to Glory, it's okay if I go 4 or 5 times without packing anything big before packing something big, because I've got the coin balance to be able to facilitate that. But in a brand new Draft to Glory, like episode 1 again, if I have a bad episode 1, that's it. The series is over, and that would be pretty bad. But yeah, I agree with the sentiments of you guys. Next up was from Every Fail. He says, Nep, you should be able to buy players for SBC, because you are getting a pack for each one, so it's like buying a pack with players. Also, you would never be able to complete any of the league SBCs without having to buy some of the players. This was an interesting comment for me, because it really made me think about the buying the players for the SBCs in a very, very different manner. Like, it made me look at it differently, and he is right. Like, if I bought a player that then went into an SBC only to be able to generate a pack, I'm essentially buying the packs with the players. Like the coin balance, like if I could just buy the SBC thing, it would be the same, right? So let me know in the comment section, guys, if you want me to be able to buy players for SBCs or not. If I can buy players with SBCs, great. I'll be able to complete so many of the ones right now that will help. Like the Luna SBC right now is really, really easy to complete. It will take me 20 minutes to get the loyalty on the players that I'll need, but in general, it will be really, really easy to complete. It will give me 1,000 coins. It will give me a really good pack that will be really helpful for the series, and it will give me that sick gold kit. Also for things like the marquee matchups, you know, the marquee matchups offer really good rewards and they're super cheap to complete. So it would be, again, it would be a nice way to be able to complete those sort of things. But if that like reduces the integrity of the series to the point where it's like, well, I thought the whole point was not buying players off the market or not buying anything off the market, then I'm totally okay to just carry on as we are and miss out on a whole bunch of SBCs and you know, just try our luck. You know, in the early stages, we're gonna struggle to complete SBCs. But if we can complete, even if we can get to Silver 1 every single weekend, we get a Jumbo Premium Gold Players Pack, which is 24 players and 6 rares, and we'll get a Mega Pack, which will be another 8 to 10 players. We'll be getting 30 to 40 brand new players every week off of just 14 wins. So 3 or 4 weeks down the line, we'll have a whole bunch of gold players available for SBCs. But not only that, we'll also have, you know, the bronze pack method would have geared us to the point where we've got most of the bronzes. We'll have a good collection of golds, and it will just be the silvers that we're missing, which we can use the upgrade method for. So yeah, I don't know. It would be a lot easier to just buy the players for the SBCs. But it wouldn't be impossible to not buy them for the SBCs. And then lastly, Andy Coombe says, just to be clear, what I meant in my previous comment was that you would stop doing the Draft of Glory on the Draft of Glory account as you have achieved the glory and start doing it on an account or start fresh if you prefer, but keep the Draft of Glory format for the draft episodes. The choice 3-way, flash arrow way. Maybe you could do 1 draft a week on a Draft of Glory account for those who want to see that series continuing. And having a quick look at this comment section, I don't envy you having to make a decision because it seems like almost 50-50 split in opinion, maybe slightly favouring merging the series. I actually disagree. I mean, I agree with like your main comment. By the way, what an own goal. He definitely didn't mean to do that, by the way. It wasn't like nobody knows me on this account. Nobody knows it's me, right? I think he was trying to clear it and was just like spamming A. And because he was trying to run back and spamming A, he's just ended up passing it into his net. And it got us 5 wins in a row, guys. I was shocked. 5-0 on this account is amazing. But yeah, I don't think it was a 50-50 split. I read through a lot of the comments, and there were a lot of comments to keep it and a lot of comments to merge it, but most of the comments to just keep it separate were the highly thumbed up ones, which means although people didn't comment it personally, they like agreed with the sentiment of keeping the series separately. So we will keep them separate. That won't be a problem. But as I say, you know, I need the support of you guys on this series. I'm putting a lot of my time and a lot of my energy into this series. You know, as I said, I'll be killing my weekends for this series. So if you do want to see more and more of it, drop a thumbs up on the video. Let me know that you're enjoying it. But this, guys, will be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.